Now, we will going to take up a simple program to be written by using the Turbo C, like what we have discussed in our the video. We will going to discuss about that, how we will going to be able to execute that simple program using our C programming. So to do that, first we have to go to the Turbo C. So we will going to write the program as been given in the structure. So first we're going to say hash include stdio.h. I will write stdio.h. Then we have main, open and close the small brackets, and then open the flower braces. So there it will going to start executing the program, or my program will going to be started from here. Then I will going to say printf, and then open the double quotes. Within double quotes you write C programming. I will write C programming, and then I will close this. And this statement, this executable statement has to be ends with a semicolon and say enter, and then say close the flower braces. So this is our general structure of the program. Now we will going to try to run this program. Suppose how to run. The moment when you press the Alt key, then it will go for the pop-up menu. Then you say run, just go to the run, or type capital letter of that or you can use the control by holding the control function, then press the F9 key, so it will going to run the same steps will going to be considered. Then we will going to try to execute this. So here the function should return a value. So what it does mean? It means that the program is executed, but you are not able to return that value. That is the main thing. So to do that, so we need to have the return function which has to be written here. I will say get ch function, or can we use a void? Now we will going to use a void main. Then we are going to run the program. Again we will going to have the same execution, but you will not be able to return this value. So now to do that, I will go for the get character function. You will say get ch, and then open and close the small brackets. Then this statement has to be end with the semicolon. Once you do that, now we are going to try to execute. Then again you alt run. Then it says an error. Why? Because the function getch should have a prototype. The getch is a function wherein you should be able to get the character. So to get the character, we have to have a header file for that. The header file for get character function is conio.h. So now we will going to include that. So I will just go to include conio.h now. Include less than symbol, then write conio, conio dot h, and then close the greater than symbol. Then you run this program. So you will going to be able to get the C programming, and C program. Why it has been written 3 times? Basically because we have already run 3 times, and wherein you are not using the get character function. So that is the reason why you are not able to get the output. Even though the program is executed, but you are not able to see the output on your screen. So to get the output on your screen, you should always have a conio.h file. And of course, as we proceed, so since it is only a basic program, so we have not taught about all these header files and other things, but these are the general structures of the program. Now, because since we have three times which has been written with C programming, I want to every time I want to write afresh. So to do that, I will have to use a clear screen, CLR SCR, and open and close it, and then say yes. Then you run this program, so you will be able to get the C programming. So it will clear the screen the moment when you execute the first time. When you want to execute the program, or when you want to run the program fresh, it will clear the screens of whatever it has been written on the previous execution programs. So this is the advantage. Now we will going to take up, now again we are going to run this, so we can see only C programming will going to be able to get the display on your output. Now we will going to write the one more program wherein we talked about the simple interest. So as usual, we will going to say again, we will go for the include stdio.h. I will not going to include Conio.h. Now I'm going to remove this, then void main, then I will remove this clear screen also. Till we get some use to it, we will going to execute like how these functions behaves. We will going to see now. So to do that, I will say float is my variable. So I will say float SI, simple interest. Then I will going to initialize the value of principal P as 10,000, comma. Then time T will be equal to 2. T will be equal to 2. Then period R equals 5. Rate of interest is 5%. Period is 2, that is 2 years. So this is how. Once these are the declaration of the variables, which is a float function. We are going to take up the float and whatever float means and other things at the later stages. After executable statement, this statement has to be end with a semicolon. Then we need to write the function SI. The formula SI will be equal to, so I'm going to open the small bracket, P star PTR R, and then close the small bracket, divided by 100. Then I will going to say execution of this. Then we have a float, printf. I need to write the printf. That means the output, how my output should look like. So printf, I will say simple interest, SI, simple interest, 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 then equals, then we will have a percentage %d and comma. I will say SI, then close this. So finally flower bracket. Now when you try to execute, we will see what happens. So it says it is executed, but the output is not coming. Why? Basically because we have not been able to get the character. So to do that, I will say get ch function as written, as we have seen in the previous program, how it has been explained. The same thing we have to continue here also. So get character, once you do that, the error will going to appear. That is basically because the get character function have a prototype header file, which is conio.h. So you just come over here, then you write include then include less than symbol, write conio.h. Then here, once you execute now, you will see C programming, which has been executed the first time. That is fine. That is our previous program. Simple interest is equal to 0. Simple interest is equal to 0. Why it is not been able to calculate this value? That is basically because here we have used the declaration of the variable as float, but here we have given that it as the address as the integer. So that is the reason why, because declaration is float, the address is the integer. So now we need to change this. I will say F, and now we will go to execute, and how it will going to run, you see. So you get the simple interest is equal to 100. Why? Because 1000 into 2 into 5 divided by 100. So 100 2 times it will go, 2 zeros will go, cancels. 10 into 2 is 20, 20 into 5 becomes 100. So this is how it will going to be executed. Now every time it should be able to clear the screen. For that I will going to say CLR SCR, and then close this, open and close this, and then if you run this, so you will be able to get the simple interest as 100. So this is how you will be able to write a sample simple program in the beginning. So make it a habit in the beginning itself, write the CLR SCR. In all my videos, always we are going to start with CLR SCR and also ends with get character functions. and henceforth we will going to take it as a common. It will not going to be explained in near future about in other my subsequent videos. So this is how we will be able to execute a simple program. Thank you.